Hey guys, it's Delora Dabbles here. Thank you for joining me for day 2 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot, and this is my top 5 tarot decks of 2019. So, first off, I wanted to talk about my favorite deck I got much earlier this year in May as a graduation present to myself. It is out of print, is expensive. It's $86 on Amazon, just to let you guys know if that guy is even still selling it. It is the Tarot Erotica by Lori Walls. It is probably the coolest queer inclusive tarot deck I have ever seen. The backings are the same as the front of the box, right? And I would show you, okay, so this one's not so bad, but there is a video already on YouTube with the flip through of this. All you have to do is just type in Tarot Erotica and it should pop up, and it's just a flip through set to music, and it's a digital flip through. It's not someone actually flipping, so the quality is very, very good. You can really see all of the cards. So yeah, but this deck is amazing because it completely plays around with elemental suit correspondences. It plays around with, there's so much dick and vag in this deck, but at the same time though, so amazing. I love it so much. And like, there's something very universally profound about sexual imagery, and it is provocative in such a universal way that I feel like anyone could pick up this deck really, unless, you know, like you're just kind of completely don't like anything sexual at all, then that would suck. So anyway, it completely changes elemental suit correspondences. It is an amazing deck. So I love it whenever people defy those kinds of rules. So like that swords always have to be air and wands always have to be fire and so on and so forth. Swords are fire in this deck. Wands are earth. Pentacles are air. And of course cups are water. Cups can't not be water. I think everyone knows that. But completely changed it. And I read this deck very differently. It is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, yet I read it very fucking differently. Next up are two decks that are pretty well known to everybody. And who knew that vape boxes could fit tarot cards so fucking perfectly, but they do. It's the Shadowscape tarot. I have edged my tarot, my Shadowscape tarot in silver and metallic purple to kind of make this weird, like, and interesting kind of motley sort of edging that is super neat, right? Kind of looks like metallic wood grain. Anyway, this deck has served me, it looks so much prettier in person, to be honest. This deck has served me so well in my professional readings, and it is such a good deck. I actually got it in the box edition that came with the book, so it's very glossy. It's the really pretty collector box, because there's a cardboard box that I got for my friend from Half Price Books, and it's not slick cardstock. It's not very glossy. It's kind of matte. So this is the glossy edition of the deck. Absolutely beautiful. Fred, what are you doing? Anyway. So yeah, vape boxes can be repurposed. Anyway, the next one is the Paulina Tarot. I love Paulina Cassidy. I have another one of her decks. I have her Spirit Song Tarot. I want to get, I feel like if I get any more of her tarot decks, it would just be redundant to this one, and I do so love this one the most. I want to trim it very badly. And maybe one day I will get around to doing that, but love the Paulina Tarot. This one has such muted colors, and I like that the colors are muted. Now, more of her recent stuff is very vibrant and very bright. So if you don't like how muted and semi-dark this deck is, just in color, she does have more vibrant stuff out now. I think her Joie de Vie deck is a lot more vibrant. But she does have a really cute oracle that I might be getting, simply because this deck has been, the two of these, the Shadowscape and the Paulina, have been workhorses for me. Another workhorse deck for me when I'm doing phone or chat readings online for people is the Deviant Moon, because not everyone is interested in seeing this kind of imagery, but I know that if they're not going to see the cards and this deck is going to work best, then I use this deck. This deck will tell you what you need to hear, but not what you want to hear. So if someone asks me for romance readings and stuff, then I'll go with the Paulina or the Shadowscape. Someone asks me anything at all serious about, you know, career or future or a general reading or anything like that, I always grab my Deviant Moon deck. It just has the best readings. And again, it tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And as you can see, it is brown with some copper kind of colored into it. This one looks a lot more like wood grain. This is what I recreated when I did the Shadowscape in silver metallic and purple metallic. So that was another workhorse of mine. And again, you know, I'm pretty sure I gushed about Patrick Valenza enough already yesterday, so, or in yesterday's video, because you can tell that I'm filming these on the same day. My fifth and final, like, workhorse top 5 deck is Kim Krans's Wild Unknown Tarot, which for most people, I mean, it came out forever ago now. I mean, it has completely shaped the industry on tarot decks that have come out, and lots of tarot decks that have come out are eerily similar. Not to throw shade, but eerily similar. Look at the Hermit cards side by side. Eerily similar to this deck. It has certainly impacted the tarot world. However, I was not super active in the tarot world until this year, so for me, I only just discovered the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I am just like, oh my god, I love it! And which was why I had to get her Oracle decks for myself for Christmas. And I edged this one in black, and I edged her Animal Spirit in that matte-ish silver marker. I feel like whenever you use a silver marker, it comes off a little bit matte onto the card, which I like because I don't want it to look gilded. I just want it to look silver-ish, right? So it actually worked out really great when I edged these, and they totally match each other perfectly. So those were my top 5 tarot decks of 2019, and I hope that you enjoyed my video, and maybe you'll look at some tarot decks that are completely underrated and more people should know about. And you know, I might have mentioned one in this video. I might have mentioned one in this video that everyone should have and look at, or at least consider. So anyway, without further ado, I will let you go now, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, which for me is like in a couple of minutes, but for you tomorrow to talk about my top 5 Oracle decks. Until tomorrow, happy dabbling. Bye-bye.